Here we're about to look at a site. Now, I found this site through Instagram. To set the table, we're talking about sites that are not mobile friendly. To reset again, Google made a massive change earlier this year that a lot of online marketing consultants, we all really saw it coming, but a lot of small businesses like this one have not. And this is one where this person is directing their all their Instagram conversions are directed to this site. Now, a couple things right off the bat. Number one, useless empty space. Number two, logo far too small. There's a byline down there, I believe, but I can't read it. Let's see if I pinch it up, if we can see what it is. Yeah. So you can see how small this writing is. This writing is tiny. And probably on desktop, it displays just fine. And probably they did what I advise small business owners to do all the time, which is to use WordPress. WordPress will resize all your stuff and stack it up for mobile, where it, technically speaking, is responsive. And responsive is all about responding to the type of browser you're using. So in this case, it's a mobile browser, and WordPress is smartly going to respond to the call from the server saying, hey, this is a mobile device. And they're going to restack everything to where it stacks on mobile. The problem with that is if you have not done the work to set your logo up properly and branded yourself properly, where your branding will still push through on a mobile device as well as desktop, then you're in real trouble because let's read this. Making the world more beautiful, one head at a time. That's not bad, okay? That's really not bad. They've written it in longhand script, which is a problem, because longhand script does not convert as well. I know this just by doing a little bit of research. But because it's on the logo in standard size, when you shrink it down to mobile, no good. Now, you can also see that they have not restacked their CSS here. Probably that's where the problem is. And the space is too much. Now, here's another gigantic problem. That phone number is not one-click call. That's huge on mobile because you're telling me to come to your site. Now, hair is highly transactional. And what transactional means is simply that when people impact your brand, they're very close to a buying decision. They need to talk to somebody now. They're going to call and schedule an appointment. Okay? That needs to be one touch call. Now, you see this little sandwich board over here. We'll get this back down to normal size. Over here on the right, that's a sandwich board that's going to have a bunch of options in it. You have to know your way around websites to understand what that is. Otherwise, it's a meaningless symbol. Again, conversion down the drain. Now you get down to your first conversion image. You can see down here that it looks like they have 9 or 10 sliders. Far too many sliders. 3 at the most. Honestly, you should disable sliders on your website. Sliders don't convert. Even on desktop, they don't convert very well. But on mobile, they're just wasted space. Have 2 or 3 images. Talk about this all the time. If you've heard more of my tutorials or any of my workshops or my consulting, you hear this. It's a mantra. I'm constantly repeating it. Few images, 3 to 5 images, really 3 at the most. Core concepts. Click through to a contact page with more information on it. More longhand font. More tiny images that I can't see. Social icons, we're going to assume those work because they almost always do. Recent news. This is not bad. If she did this at the top, this would actually convert a lot better. Get these images a little bit larger. This would actually work fairly well. Assuming that online booking is going to work on mobile, I'm not even going to get into that. Book online, why are these 2 different things? Online booking now available. Book online, it's 2 different things. Wasted space. Client feedback. They should be called testimonials. Here's a great paradox. You hear all the time, don't say the same thing everybody else does. Zig when everyone else zags. Well, here's a misapplicant feedback rather than testimonials. If you go to a website, what are you looking for? You're looking for testimonials. That is the generally understood concept. What do you gain by calling it something different? Maybe a little bit. Maybe you look a little more classy by saying client feedback. Maybe you do. My opinion is that it's not enough to trade for the commonly understood object that people are looking for, which is a testimonial, which is social proof. Now, here's another bad thing about this site. The client feedback's way down at the bottom, written in longhand font, which is hard to read, and it's relatively small. It should be way up here at the top. You could have it right up here on the top and all this gigantic empty space that's caused by the logo being too small. So again, mobile friendly, just because it passes Google's mobile friendly test does not mean that it is going to convert for you, that it is mobile, let's call it mobile actionable, because this is not an actionable site. I can't call her with one click. I can't easily engage with her branding or her tagline, which the tagline is the push through of the branding. The brand is the brand, and the tagline is, this is what this brand's going to do for you. This one is making the world better one head at a time. I know that because I remember it, not because I can read it, because that just looks like an underline. Now, if she serves anybody over 40, again, small writing, people are going to bail. They're going to take one look at this site. I'm going to bail on it. I'm going to go look at another site that I'm going to be able to read a little bit better. So, let's hit the high points, and we'll close this one out. Mobile, you need writing that's readable. You need pictures that are actionable, that tell me the story quickly so I can digest it, and then have a second step, the next step that I need to take, easy for me to take. Not sliders. Get rid of sliders. And if you do have sliders, don't have 95 of them. Get rid of longhand. Get rid of tiny pictures. This is actually good. Summary with a photo is great. Don't put your testimonials all the way down at the bottom. So those are the high points for this free tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it.